the final of the men's 60-meter hurdles. They've already come through 2 nerve-jangling rounds. The heats this morning, the semis an hour ago. Michael Obasui, 6th in the European indoor final, 7th last year in the global showdown indoors. Belgian always runs well. Lorenzo Simonelli got a silver last year, and he's looking back to his best, the European outdoor champion. Listen to the roar for Liu of China. A brilliant run in the semi-finals. This, without doubt, the biggest race of his life. Demario Prince won the opening semi-final. This is a great night and a great chance for him. PB in Texas, 7:57, he's in form. And what about Balossian? The French have got a great record in this event, first with Martino Lagarde, who bowed out in the semis, and then Balossian made the final 4 years ago. Holloway, unbeaten, world indoor champion, world outdoor champion, Olympic champion, world record holder. He has the 4 fastest times in history over the 60-meter hurdles. It's his title to lose. As if one Chinese finalist wasn't enough, we've got 2. The crowd are absolutely loving it. Quinn is the Asian indoor silver medalist from last year, and he was magnificent in the semi-finals. Jerome Campbell, he too is in cracking shape. 3rd in the 3rd semi-final, but he's got his lifetime best down to 7.49 this season, and he may need to go even quicker. A decade of unparalleled dominance for Holloway is down to a lifetime of dedication. Cameras focusing on Liu of China in 3. Globally, all eyes on Holloway in 6. That's Simonelli in 2. Holloway is bidding to become the first man in history to win 3 titles in a row. Alan Johnson produced a hat-trick of crowns, but not back-to-back. Holloway's legacy is already assured. He is one of the greatest high hurdlers we have ever seen. Is this extraordinary winning run set to continue? Obasui, Belgium in 1, Simonelli, Italy 2, Liu, China 3, Prince, Jamaica 4, Balossian, France 5, Holloway, USA 6, Quinn, China 7, Campbell, Jamaica 8. The final of the men's 60-meter hurdles. Holloway, as always, is late to rise, but first to the opening barrier. History beckons for this American. He's forgotten how to lose at this distance. Holloway takes it. Never before have we seen someone unbeaten for an entire career at a single event. Balossian ran brilliantly, and he's on the podium again. But the headlines tonight belong to the record breaker and the history maker. Holloway, 7:42. He is a man who has never tasted defeat at this event, at this distance, and an extraordinary winning run goes on and on. Fabulous run from Balossian to get himself on the podium. And one of the Chinese athletes is also there, I think, just waiting for the confirmation. Balossian with 7:54, the silver. And it's Liu with 7:55. The crowd just getting confirmation, and they're going absolutely wild. Wonderful run by Balossian, and Liu came through in lane 3 for a 3rd place finish. Hold the phone, hold the back page. The gold and the headlines belong again to Holloway, but here in China, they'll be even more excited about Liu Junxi taking a fabulous bronze, and Balossian just has a little dig at the very sizable glutes of Grant Holloway. Hannah, there's no such thing as a perfect record and a perfect athlete, but never ever having lost a specific event is pretty close.
It really is, and Holloway got the job done. He's not been as quick this season as he has in other years, and you can forgive him that after the Olympic hangover, if you like. That was a big moment, making that final, getting that gold medal in Paris, is just watching on with his teammate Baldwin Heath just jumping on in the men's high jump. But Holloway, I think he would have been forgiven, as so many of these big stars would have been, for leaving this indoor season alone, for just chilling out, just having a moment to recover. But Holloway came here, he's delivered. And Wilhelm Bolossian, he's been 4 years away from a major podium. He took the silver medal behind Szymanski at the European Indoor Champs, and to pick up a silver here at this stage in his career is wonderful for Bolossian and his coach, Teddy Tamgo. They know their way around a major podium. And Louis, in front of a home crowd, sensational to add to the silver medal from Zhu Yangming in the men's triple jump. And the Chinese crowd are getting super excited.
Well, we may have seen the baton passing. I think Pascal Martin-Lagarde will be pretty close to retirement. You made a good point this morning in coverage. Perhaps he only delayed his retirement because he wasn't able to compete at the Olympics. But the French presence on the 60 hurdles podium for men continues. Bolossian with the silver. Probably the only thing that Holloway hasn't done, the only thing he hasn't done, is found 200ths of a second to beat Merritt's outdoor world record over the 110. Other than that, he has completed the sprint hurdles.
I was trying to figure out as the race went on whether Wilhelm Bolossian was at a disadvantage being next to Grant Holloway. You know, if you've been made to feel slow, you've been made to feel like the race isn't going your way, do you start to panic and do you tighten up? And the Frenchman, he did a really good job, despite clattering the last couple of hurdles, of just running his own race and knowing that Holloway was doing his thing alongside him. He had to let the American get on with it and stick to his task. And he did that so well, the Frenchman. And Louis, to hold off Simonelli, Lorenzo Simonelli, was fourth place in the end, sort of 400ths or 500ths or so behind the Chinese athlete. But there was a tough job to be done there for Louis, and he did that task incredibly well as well.
Big moment in the head sample of high jump for Sander Scottheim. He needed 3 attempts there to get over 2 meters 10.
What a 10-minute spell for the Americans. Holmes with a silver in the women's 4. They take a full sweep of the men's 4. And then Holloway's reign as the king of the shortest sprint hurdles continues. I believe that takes his tally to something like 71 races, but frankly, if you include high schools, I've lost count. Grant Holloway with a moment of history, the first man ever to win 3 in a row at the 60 hurdles. Bolossian, a brilliant silver and a fabulous bronze to ignite the home crowd for Liu.
How are you feeling about winning the gold again?
Yeah, that's another three-peat for me, so I'm very excited with everything going on. Just want to use this indoor season to propel me into this outdoor season. Looking forward to going to World Champs in Tokyo.
Okay, that's really good. Congratulations.